Hello, everybody out there. My name is Iritia Deshuda, and you're welcome to Loud 8 series. It's part of our gender based violence series, and it's also specifically focused on more than our scars. And that is one project we're trying to work on how young people, how even adults, young people, old and young, can share their stories. Some of these stories that sometimes that looks like a scar, but because of the strength that they are able to develop over the years, and they are able to use that to become strength and also to become an encouragement to others. And that is what we're doing today. Is a special edition. It's called More Than Our Scars with Chef Topher and also Zoe. Topher is a chef. She's someone who is a vibrant to me when it comes to being vocal based on her own experience. She's a rape survivor, but she has been able to find strength and hope in whatever had happened to her. And today we'll be having an engagement with her. So we're hoping that she will join us. And we also have Zoe, also who is also all the way from Ghana. She's a broadcast journalist, and she's so passionate about things that has to do with gender-based violence and sexual and reproductive health and rights. And basically, one thing that's so special about her is that she's dedicating even our training, our journalism training, specifically for ending issues relating to gender-based violence. So most of our news reportage, most of our news items are all focused on ending gender-based violence and issues relating to sexual and reproductive health and rights. And those are some of the things that we believe so much in Rhealyz Africa. So once again, I just want to welcome every one of us from anywhere you are all over the world, anywhere either within Africa or outside Africa, all our advocates, all our friends, and all those who are out there who are ready to champion that cause to engage everybody in the society, because it's a major challenge. We cannot sleep. We cannot just keep quiet. Every day we have cases of violence against, cases of rape every day, and it's something that we need to eradicate in our society. And that is what we do here in Rhealyz Africa. Rhealyz Africa major focus is how can we end gender-based violence and how can we amplify sexual and reproductive health and rights. And that's what we do here. So I'm the team leader of Rhealyz Africa, and we have our team also working behind the scene to ensure that things work better. And I know some people will be wondering what happened. Ayomde is not around. Well, she had to take a break, and sometimes it's good that we take a necessary break to ensure that we find ourselves in the right place. And let me just shock you. According to the World Health Organization, it's saying that according to that's 1 in 3 women around, that's about 736 million women around the world are subjected to physical or sexual violence by an intimate partner or someone who is or sexual violence from a non-intimate partner. So we have cases. A lot of some of these things are rising every day. It has been a major challenge, and unfortunately, it has not changed over this decade. It has been a major issue that we've been fighting with. And let me also shock you that looking at sub-Saharan Africa, where we all belong to, especially for those that's for the Rhealyz Africa project, it's been projected that we have one of the highest prevalence rates of intimate partner violence amongst women between the age of 15 and 49. That's according to the World Health Organization. And that percentage is between 33% and 51%. And we have low rates in other countries like Europe. We have about 16 to 23%. So it's a major challenge that we need to work we need to work on. And looking at even issues of rape, if you look at also what happens in Nigeria, unfortunately, about 11,200 cases were reported within a year, according to Amnesty International, which is a major challenge, is a major blow, when it comes to issues of violence. And what can we do? We need to see how we can, because now we know government is trying to develop a state of emergency to ensure that we put an end to this, but we still have issues. We still have this crisis amongst us, where we have issues whereby survivors, people who are rape victims, are denied justice. Unfortunately, rapists avoid their prosecution. We have hundreds of rape cases unreported. We have a lot of cases like that are unreported. And we have the stigma, and we have the victim blaming. And these are some of the issues that we need to really look at. And for us, it's high time that we challenge everyone. It's high time we do the right thing. I need to work. You need to work. And how can we work? How can we engage everybody out there? How can we educate people about their rights so that we can prevent this? and end this. And that's what we do on Rhealyz Africa, Loud this series. And I'm happy to be here with you. And I believe that Zoe is around. So I think we just have to just kickstart with her while we're waiting for Chef Topher. Who probably will be able to join us. We hope that probably because of our location, we hope that she'll be able to get that in. So let me just start. Let's start with Zoe. I believe that it's good that we have her. That's Zoe Anita Odei. Zoe, it's nice to meet you, and we're happy to have you live, on the show today. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's good. It's good to connect with you, and also we appreciate your passion and what you believe in, and that is some of the things that we celebrate in Rhealyz Africa. Having women who are passionate about ending issues of violence in their society. But looking at this, because when we're interacting, one of the things that caught our attention was that you have your own specific focus, because we know we have journalists who are into security. We have journalists who are into financial part of that business. We have journalists who are into different areas, but specifically you are focusing on gender-based violence and also issues relating to sexual and reproductive health and right. Let me ask, what prompted you to go into this? Or probably you have someone who became a victim that you wanted to, let me use my journalism skills to address this issue. So what really prompted you to go into it?
Thank you to all those watching us live and all those who sacrifice their time to join us here. So with my beat in journalism, I decided to go on.
Okay, it's breaking. It's breaking. Hello, it's breaking. Is there a way you can work on that? Or probably you use an earpiece.
And then gender-based violence.
Okay, let me bring you on again. Probably use an earpiece so that we'll be able to hear you. Okay.
Okay,
hello?
That's fine. Okay.
Oh. Okay, well, these are issues that we hope that we'll be able to overcome in Africa. It's been a major challenge, and I believe that there's 4 issues relating to ending gender-based violence. We are looking at how can we engage, how can we build better societies, how can we encourage people to be able to speak out. And the place of technology is very, very important. And looking at this now, let's assume we have a victim somewhere, a survivor somewhere that wants to reach out to us, or someone who is in a deep pain, or someone who is trapped somewhere, and we don't have the right technological structure to help out. This is a major challenge. I think we need to all raise our voice to engage. So let's please see how we can quick work on that. Okay, we have Amzam. Okay, we have Azima for Christ. Okay, watching live from Abia. That's Abba. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. So what I'm trying to say is that we hope and we believe we can end even this, because issues of technology, issues of connectivity is a major challenge that we need to overcome in Africa, so that we'll be able to connect and exchange ideas, and we can also help people who are victims in various communities. And we are hoping that things will get better. So while we settle down with Zoe and also settle down with Topher, we had a video that's from one of the 2 issues, an icon that we celebrate in Rhealyz Africa. She has been working with us on different projects of our shows. And today we are talking about More Than Our Scars. And for her, she's a great representation of someone who is able to find a voice, who is able to, despite the limitations, despite the challenges, she's able to overcome all forms of limitations. And this is someone that we respect so much. We also have Jola. Okay, Jola, you're welcome. Okay, Jola is okay. Okay, Jola is from Russia. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. So we're going to show something, a clip from Kechi Okuchi. Is someone that is celebrating all over the world when it comes to a woman who has a voice, who is trying to ensure that women, despite their challenges, men, boys, girls, despite their challenges, they're able to find their voice. And that is what we're going to show you, just to encourage you, so that you are not feeling as if, oh, gone. Oh, this has happened to me. Oh, I've been abused. Oh, what can I do? There's hope for you. And that is just the message we have for you. So we'll be right back. Just listen to Kechi, and I believe she has a message for you. And keep enjoying and staying with us. And there's still Loud It on Rhealyz Africa.
My name is Kechi, and I am a Nigerian-born 30-year-old woman. I lived in Nigeria until I was 16 years old. For those who don't know, I was in a plane crash that took the lives of 107 of 109 people on board, 60 of whom were students from my high school, Rhealyz College, Abuja. I sustained third-degree burns over 65% of my body. I had to be treated, which is where they saved my life, and then eventually in America, which is where I had reconstructive surgery, and I've lived here in America ever since 2007. Let's see. So some of the most notable moments of my life so far. First of all, graduating college in 2015. That was a huge milestone for me because I almost did not live, and now here I was graduating high school with first class, and just making all the parents of the kids that didn't pass away proud. That was a very important moment for me, to graduate on behalf of all those kids and friends that I lost on the end. Then later that year, I was flown to London to participate as a guest speaker in a TEDx talk. That was an incredible moment for me, and I was just so honored that they invited me to tell my story and to speak in that capacity. TEDx is a big deal. So if you want to watch the speech, it's actually on YouTube. It's called Girls Know Thyself. I was really happy that I was able to address the topic that I was given, which was to just encourage the youth of Nigeria, specifically girls. Growing up in Nigeria as a girl, I was well aware that we often are pigeonholed and told that we have only specific paths that we can take regarding our future. And I wanted to let girls know that it's broaden your horizon, broaden your scope, and just understand that you don't have to only do the things that you're told to do or that society tells you is okay for you to do. There's so much more that you can do. We have so many girls that have so many different interests, and I just want girls to know that it's okay to explore those different interests, and I use that opportunity, TEDx, to give that speech to young girls in Nigeria. So I encourage you guys to watch it, just especially because I feel like it's so relevant considering what this event is about. So yeah, it's on YouTube. Aside from that, I was on this amazing reality show called America's Got Talent. I was on the show first in 2017 and then again in 2019. First time I appeared on the show, I was actually I did not sign myself up. Basically, a friend signed me up without telling me. But it ended up being a thing that has never happened to me. I had always loved singing, always loved music. My voice changed after the accident, and allowed me to enjoy music in a more personal way than just listening. It became a huge part of my therapy. Music just became this huge distraction from everything that was going on. I always had music, even at the lowest point in my life, was to just lie there and be still, in a hospital bed. So being able to share that gift with the world on a platform like America's Got Talent was such a big deal to me. And what happened from there was I got the chance to share my story and my voice with the world. I found myself being able to sing some of the most incredible stages ever, and then speaking at different amazing events as well. So since AGT, it's honestly just been a lot of fun traveling, and be grateful for the opportunities that keep showing up, allowing me to just see that, first of all, I can do the things that I want to do. This happened to me. And then to share that message with other people. I want people to know that there is life after trauma, and not just life where you can live or survive, thrive, within the fields that you are interested in. I want people to know that it's okay to keep pursuing the things that you want to do, no matter what life throws at you. You know, we so much more than our scars, our trauma. And I want to let young women especially know this. You don't have to have the most obvious scars like I do. You know, some people are battling invisible scars, you know, and I want them to know that they're more than those scars, you know, and they have so much more to share with the world than just their trauma. Your trauma doesn't have to be your only identity. You have so much more to give than that. So that's really what I want to share with the world. And forward to the questions that you guys may have for me. Just
Okay, I believe that we've learned something. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So I believe you learned something, from what Kechi said. It's just about no matter what, no matter the situation, we are more than our scars, and that is just the thing. So we are more than our scars. So that's very, very key. I believe that we have Chef trying to set. Once you set your camera, let us know. Let me start with Zoe. While we have that engagement with you. Hello,
Yes, hello. Can you
Zoe.
hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear
Hello.
me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, the audio is breaking a bit. The audio is breaking. Your audio. Your audio is
Is this better?
breaking.
Better.
Your audio. Can you try to change? Probably
Is
change
this better?
location. I don't know. Your audio is breaking. So try to work on your audio. Okay, so I think what we'll do is that we'll bring in Chef Topher, so that while we are trying to work on your audio, I think probably we'll be able to get that done. Sorry, I'm trying to. Just give me a few minutes. Okay. Okay, so what we're trying to so please, we do apologize for those itches. We hope that we'll be able to get it sorted out very soon. So we are hoping that we. So I think we have Chef Topper on. Sorry, I'm trying to see.
Can you hear me?
Please just give us some few minutes. Trying to see. Hello. Okay. Are you? Sorry. Okay. Hello.
Yes, I can hear
Hello.
you. I can hear you.
Hello. Okay.
I can hear
Okay.
you.
Can you okay, can you face the camera a bit? Hello. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. I think it's better. It's better now. Okay. So thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you for that time. I know it took you to be able to engage and also to be able to connect with us. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. So can you just introduce yourself and tell us what you do so that people out there will be able to know you better?
Okay, my name is Benedicta Christopher. I am a chef, a masseuse, a makeup artist, and I write too.
Okay, you're a chef and also a writer.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I hope that your video better. So looking at what we have, because we're talking about stories, we're talking about we are more than our scars, we are more than who we are. No matter what has happened to us, we need to see how we can be able to forge ahead and how we'll be able to develop our personality. So everybody has a story, and that is just the reality of it. But due to certain reasons, due to certain issues, some people keep quiet, some people just sit down and they are silenced, they are not talking about it. Let me ask you, what prompted you to share your own story? Why did you come out to share your story? Because there's something that gingered you to share your own story. So what happened?
Okay. I started by writing it. Yeah, I started writing it like in pieces, just like writing here and there, and then people started picking it, and they were like, "What's up? You always write about sad stuff. Why? Why do you keep writing about sad stories and you don't write anything about love and stuff?" I was like, "I am writing my story." They were like,
Mm.
"How? So all of these things happened to you?" And I said, "Yes." So I think those few people that were interested in my story, they gave me the strength to actually come out fully and talk about it.
Okay, so but looking at it now, have you been able to find healing in based on your ability to be able to express yourself? Is there like any because the let me say the belief is that once you unlead, once you talk, once you express yourself, you get better. So have you been able to find healing at?
Um, the thing is, once you start talking about it, it feels like there's a little burden that's been lifted.
Mm,
Yeah, and then you see few persons that can relate, and it's a relief. Yeah, it's a relief because
mm,
when you see these people that can relate, they talk to you probably about their own story or probably about stories they've heard, and it's more like, oh,
mm,
okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not in this alone. You get, so it gives you this sense of, okay, I think I need to like keep talking about it more often. You get, so the more you talk about it, the more you feel light. And I think that's where the healing
mm.
comes from. Yeah, it doesn't just happen like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we hope because now we want to hear your story because it's very important that we can find healing, we can find faith, we can find hope, and we can find grace in whatever, let me say, whatever has probably we have passed through. Because the essence of life is what can I say? What can I do? How can I affect the lives of people around there? And I believe that it's very important that because someone was saying that asthma for Christ said, I surely before I just go into yours, just sending it said surely can relate and understand you, Topher, because I've been there. Happened to me too. Wish I had the opportunity to talk about mine. Yeah, it's good that we also have, you can also reach out to us. You can reach out to us at Asthma for Christ and see how we can even also share your own story, because the essence of this is how can we bring healing and that you find healing and you keep finding strength. But sincerely, with our hearts and we respect you anytime, any day. Topher, you're a strong woman and we really appreciate who you are. So can you just give us like, okay, what really happened? How was it like? And how can we find strength in this?
Okay. I was 4 years old at the time, very little, 4 years, early stage of my primary school. So this guy was in his just around, so probably like he should be around his 24, 25. around that time. So how did it start? It started by come and buy something for me. So I'll go. I was like, I'm this kid that everybody loved before growing up. Yeah. So I'll go to buy something for him. He'll carry me on his laps. You know, that's how it started. Until one time he took me to his room. I don't. He had a room like the way our compound is the compound is built in the middle of two streets in really Gomu. So he will say that fateful day how we all started. He said, "Come and help me get something." So I did. I went to his house. He locked the door. I'm like, in my little innocence, I was like, "Brother, where is the money?" So he said, "I should wait that he will bring the money." So I shall notice that he was dragging my, he was dragging my chest. I was like, why, like, brother, stop, brother, stop. But it wasn't making sense to him. And what he was doing was not making sense to me too. You know, he did that and then finally said, I don't tell anybody. You know, I didn't understand at first, but I went to my, I didn't tell anybody because the way he said it, there was this anger in his eye. So I did not tell anybody at the time. So it continued, and there was one fateful day. Um, sorry, he called me and said
Strong.
I should go to the house. That he wants to give me something. So I went to he locked his door. They attended white marriage. So I went to the house, just locked the door, and he increased the music that was playing already. And then he started chopping with his fingers. In but then you could not hear, you can't hear me because of the music. If you are standing at the door, you would not hear me because of the music. So he just kept chopping with his fingers, and I kept shouting, I kept crying, like, brother, stop, brother, stop. That was like all I could say, but he didn't stop until he finally did. And when he finished, he said, if you tell anybody, he said it in Yoruba. He started with, if you tell anybody, Mama, and he said, tell anybody, I will kill you. So I went home. I was working, I didn't even know how I was working somehow. So the next day when my sister was bathing me, I was feeling pains down there. But then she felt it was me not wanting to wash me up properly. She felt it was me not wanting to bathe me properly. But then I could not tell her that. See what happened to me. Because this guy is threatening that he was going to kill me. I had to like forget about it. And one evening, I was growing up, we were Catholics, so we used to go to this block rosary, go by 7 and come back by 9 p.m. So when I got back that evening, there was no light, everywhere was dark. I was like, okay, let me go and bathe. So I went to the back to bathe because it was the public compound, the bedrooms at the back. So I went to the back of the house to bathe, and then I and holding the door, allowing me to close it. So I turned and it was him. He just said, come out. I obeyed, I came out, and then he unzipped, brought out his manhood, and then put my head, mouth there, and kept my head back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. until he finally ejaculated in my mouth, and he told me to swallow it. He told me to swallow it at that point. Like, he just said, swallow it. I didn't understand, like, what was in my mouth? Like, what was going on in my head? Like, what is this thing that is even coming out of his body? I felt it was urine, but he just said, swallow it. He said, have I swallowed it? I do, but it was still in my mouth. But it was when he said, open your mouth, let me see. That was the moment I knew, okay, this person is even serious. So I had to swallow it. I opened my mouth, and he said, okay, and I can go. Not a word to anybody. So there were times when he just, okay, there was this time he came to this and he told my sister that I wanted to send me on an errand. My sister allowed me to go. I was giving her sign like, I don't want to go, like, I'm tired. She was like, go. Like, she was preparing to go to school at the time. She was a university student then. So I went to his house. Like, my auntie sent me on an errand. I already knew what's up. I already knew it was not an errand. I knew it was a disguise. So at this time, he took me to his own parents' room. Said I should lay on the bed, which I did. And I think it's cloth or something like rope. And he tied my hands and my legs to the four corners of the bed. And I think it was when I grew up, I understood that. And I was gasping for air. Like, I could not breathe. Why is this guy tying me? Like, okay, I think I was more like, okay, I already knew the routine of fingers, maybe his manhood in my mouth and all. I felt scared. Like, so why is this man tying me? What's going on? So I could not breathe. They had to stop, carried me home. Told my sister that I tripped and fell on my way back. Me, I could not say anything because he had already said, tell somebody and I will kill you. So there was one day I told my brother, my late brother, I told him that, see what this brother is talking to me. But since I could not tell my sister, and the only time I told her, she just flushed it out like nothing is wrong with my body. Yeah, so I told him, he started policing me about. So anytime I'm going to the back, most especially, he's always with me. He was always with me. And I think it happened until he died. And my mom had to move me from Lagos to Abuja. So that was how it ended. Okay, now, when my mom moved me to Abuja, that was in the year 2007, my eldest sister got married in the year 2011, sorry. Now, when I went to, because she maintained the house we stayed from when we were little. So when we went for the white wedding and all, the day of the wedding, when we all got back home, I think I was going to the back because we wanted to wash up. So I was going to the back to get detergent or something. I saw him and he wanted to start the same thing. I ran. Jesus. I ran and I asked my other brother and he was like, see me. I had to lie that I saw a cat. So like from 2007, 2011, he had not forgotten. So that day I was scared. I was like, there was this shock. Like in my head, I'm like, so this guy has not even forgotten this thing. Do you get? So it took me a while. It took me a whole while to actually process. Because growing up, and I started like reading about something, I knew that, oh, okay. So it was even his what's it called? Semen that he actually told me to swallow when I was little. Processing all these things when I was growing up was a lot. It was like a whole. But yeah, I'm fighting these tears and I'm just trying to rush out of my eyes. So please.
Well,
So
stay strong, and we celebrate you. We celebrate you, and it's. I know it's not that easy at all, but we just want you to stay strong, and we respect you. And just know that someone out there is getting that healing, and that is the major thing about life. Someone is getting that deliverance. I mean, I see more of certain people lose from some of their challenges. I know it's not that easy at all to express, to talk about it and everything. But sincerely say it once again, I give you that respect and stay strong. You are a sister, you are someone we respect so much, and we admire your strength. So, and we give it to you. So probably what we'll do is that let me just give you some time to balance up, then so that we'll be able to also follow up with
fine.
your stories. That's all. So we other questions to have, because
It's
it's
fine. We
good
can
that we
continue.
learn. Okay, you want to continue?
Yes, let's just go on. It's fine.
Okay. Once again, I just want to say that you are strong for us, and that is just the message. You are strong for us, and keep being strong, and that's just the key thing. Uh, Looking at, because now I know from the interaction we had together, there was this of the game out there. People did not want to believe, and that's just the thing that is happening all around us. Everybody, and once people come out, we know what happened of recent. All over the place, we have people who have who had experiences, and when they come out and say this is what happened to them, people don't believe them. What's your take about this before we talk about your own personal experience looking at the blame game?
A lot of persons will not believe because it has not happened to them, to somebody they know.
Mm,
And sometimes when you tell people the story, because maybe looking at their self, something they cannot do.
mm,
But you cannot do this thing. It does not mean the next person cannot do it.
mm,
So I don't really blame them. And yet again, I blame them
mm,
because you cannot judge others using only yourself as a yardstick. We know what's going on. So cut people some slack when they come out to tell their story. The only thing you do, make background checks to make sure the story checks
mm,
out. Not when they come out and tell their story, you're just quick to say it's a lie. It never happened. It was your fault. Caused it. Blah 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 blah. If you sat down to ask yourself, what if this thing happens to my sibling? How would I take it? Would I still blame them?
yes,
Would I still say this hurtful thing? What if this thing actually happened to somebody I love? Would I come out
mm,
to say, okay, it was your fault or something? How can somebody
mm,
come out and say, this person did this thing to me at a very tender age? And then you want to start
mm,
blaming them. What does the person know at that very young age? Like, it's just a very simple thing.
mm,
Make background checks. And when their story checks out, you know what to do. You don't just come out and start saying, what does a 4-year-old know about sex? What does a 5-year-old know? So when people come out and tell their stories, before you do the blame game, before you start pouring out the whole blame and pouring out your frustration on them, make sure you check out the story.
okay. So let me ask: did you ever, because looking at it, uh, because there's also this school of thought that says that a relationship, parental relationship, also matters. The environment also matters. Did you? What do you think would have probably, probably prevented you from even, what really happened, like within? Because I know it was strange to you, and I know probably a lot of things was running through your mind, like, what is this? What is this? What is this? What do you think probably prevented you from, sharing this, talking about it? And do you think do you think it would be probably the blame game that we all have, or what really happened?
Okay, growing up, I didn't exactly grow up with my mom, yeah, because I think when I was around 2, 3 years old, she was transferred from Lagos to Abuja. So I had to grow up with my dad, and then my dad leaves as early as when I wake up in the morning. Most times, I do not meet my dad at home. Yeah, so was
Mm,
basically my eldest sister, and she's this very strict person. So because of that
mm,
strictness, there was this wall. She was not really accessible. Yeah, she was not really accessible. So I could not bring myself to talking to her because she was always strict. She's just do this, do this, do this. Do you understand? So I could not bring
yeah,
myself to
yes.
the early stage of see what growing up, I was
Mm,
scared of my eldest sister. So now this other man is putting fear in me. Who do I go to tell? So I
mm,
could just tell my
mm,
brother, and he had little or
mm,
nothing you get. So I feel siblings, in as much as you want to restrict on your younger siblings, you want them to come out better, you should still balance it. As you're being strict, still leave your window open for them to be accessible to
yeah,
you. No, like you're just strict like
yeah.
the whole time.
Mm,
Yeah, so that's just it.
okay. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, really because that message and that word you say, like opening up, as much as we are strict as parents, even siblings, as brothers and sisters, it's high time we open up. Let's be conscious, because I know during
Yeah.
that period, if they had probably been conscious, because they would have known, probably your mood would have changed, the way you eat, your
Yeah.
eating habits would have changed, a lot of things would have happened. But because we know that we have this culture of, like, let me just be that hard face in the house, like let me just be that
Mm,
straight face in the house. And so we do, like, let me not allow anybody, and we've forgotten that we need to be friends with our children, friends with our siblings. We need to be very sensitive, because happens to any of us affects everybody. And sincerely, it's just that for you, God has helped you to be able to stay strong and to be strong about this, and that is why you are able to come and share your own story. I know a lot of people are not here today to share their story because of the effect of some of these things that happened. So as I say this, we really respect you, and that's why we see you as a major ambassador, a respected ambassador even for Rhealyz Africa, because you are a great voice to other women out there. And thank God for what we are seeing here. People are really encouraging you, and that is why it's a challenge. It's okay. Let me just quickly say this. Okay. Uh, okay, this says, well done, Chef Topher. I admire your strength and resilience to break the silence culture. Then also, I think we have Jola. Jola is saying that the Lord is your strength. So she's also then. Okay, again, also someone is okay. Asthma for Christ said, "Be strong, Topher. You are really a strong lady." So there are a lot of things. So then, okay, someone is okay. Asthma is also saying something like, "Okay, you are really strong. Keep being strong." So that is it. And I believe that a lot of people are going to be coming out to really express themselves. So, Asma says that reading about your story and what gave you the boldness to open up about mine. So that means I said this, Asma, try to reach out to us. You can send us a chat, even on social media, send your contact. We'll be glad to also be able to share your story. Jola is also saying something like, be strong for us. And again, also Joy is saying that. So looking at this, thank God, I'm happy that we are having good energy. Let me say good vibes from this. But I know you're on Twitter, and I know you have expressed yourself, and I know how toxic Twitter can be. How has been the, like, let me say, the response, for you, sharing your story? What has been the, is it something like this? Because now all we're having is that, that's why I respect people that platform. they are all people who believe so much in providing support, in their support for everybody out there. But how was your own experience? Because going online, because online community is a community of just anybody. Everybody is out there. People who are on the normal side and the abnormal, sorry to use that language, but have to be realistic. How was the experience? How was the feedback like? Sharing your story on Twitter.
Okay, I actually had wanted to share it before last year. I wanted to share it before last year because, but then I felt I was not ready. Like anytime I wanted to type, I want to start typing, I just start crying. Yeah. So that day was a Sunday, 21st of December. I will not forget. I I got back from church, and then the whole thing was just rushing through my head. The whole thing was playing at the same time. I didn't know what to do. I just picked up my phone. The next social media platform I was on Twitter. I just started writing. I just started writing. I just started writing. I just started writing. Because when I finished writing, I saw I'd gotten over 100 notification. Like, what? And people were like, wait, this happened to you. I the the reaction was different. Like, I had people that could relate. I had people that's gone through similar case, but they could not find their voice. Some persons actually had to come to my DM, and then they told me their own story. Like, I'm the first person they are telling, because they can't even understand how from myself to even tell it out, because they know the blame game out there. Say it's your fault and all, like saying it is the first step, and then from there, it was really tough for me then, because I had to battle with a whole lot. But then seeing the comments on people gave me like the strength. I'm like, okay, this is good, and that was how it happened. I've had like two NGOs reach out to me, like, we need it, because we don't always get people to come out and say what has happened to. It was through Twitter my elder brother found out. Yes, because I could not tell him. I didn't have a relationship with him. It was through Twitter he found out, and he called me on the phone, explained to him. He was like, okay, no problem, I should leave it in, take it up from there. So I've had people come to talk to me. Babe, man, this thing you did is something. People that did that, but they could not bring themselves to tell it for fear of what the society would say. For fear of people telling them it's a lie, it did not happen. Forget time, you don't tell it happened. If you've not gone through that road, you would not know how bitter and how painful it is. So telling it on Twitter was really something. I'm glad I did, actually.
Okay. So going forward, let me ask, because I know we follow you a lot, and if I've not met you, if I'm with you, if we've not had a chat with you, the impression I have is that you're a fighter, because I know how let me say aggressive you are when they start talking about issues of other shaming of women, gender issues, and all those things. There's this aggressiveness I see in your tweets, like this strong, like which kind of this lady gets selfish. Because sometimes I just look at it, because I know Twitter could be a very, very toxic. So what's yours? Have you ever had, since Barbara, you've been afraid? Sometimes when you say something, you tweet some things, and you feel, hey, I hope they will not get against, or they will not get after me, or something like that. Like, what lesson can we learn from your own experience? Because you are a strong voice on Twitter. To me, I see you as someone that even Twitter should give you. You should be one of the Twitter ambassadors for change, and also for ending gender-based violence. So what lessons can we learn from you for some of us who are interested in using social media for advocacy and being a voice? Because we can't run away from it. because if we run away from
Yeah.
it, we are not going to pass the right message across. So, what lesson can we learn from your own experience? Is it because of your growing up experience, or is it because I don't know, or did you grow up in barracks? Sorry to ask that.
Okay, thing is, I've always been this very stubborn person growing up. Very stubborn.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
So I would not say I didn't really do things that weren't good growing up. But I know that if
mm,
I'm doing something and it's the right thing, I stand by
mm,
it. Even if the whole world says a lie, I stand by it. It is my truth.
mm.
If you want to
Yeah.
fight me, come with evidence. It happened to me, I'll come with evidence.
Mm,
So if you want to
yeah.
counter it, come with your, and if you don't
Mm,
have any evidence, just get out. So I feel before you come out
mm,
on social media and write something, make sure it is the truth. So that when
yeah.
people
Yeah.
come out and say, okay, we want to make investigations, and they investigate, they will come back and say, yes, this is actually what happened. You don't
Mm,
just come out and write a story because people are writing. You just
mm,
want to feel among.
mm,
Sexual abuse is not a thing to want to feel among. It's a type of pain that you get to live with for the rest of your life. We don't heal
mm,
completely. Sometimes we just pretend like we are fine. There are days when the demons comes calling, we know how to handle it. So when I see people that cannot relate with sexual abuse, I get pissed. Or when they are so insensitive, I get extremely
mm,
pissed because I know how that road is. So it's better you shut up
mm,
if you've not been through that road. Do you get? And if you're going to put out
mm,
something there about a rape or whatever, make sure it is the truth. So when they start making findings, investigations, they know that okay, this
mm,
is actually what happened. That's just it for me.
mm. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So we'll be running up, but before that, uh, okay, Joy Anthony sent a question. She's asking that, did your experience affect your relationship? I guess probably what she's trying to say is that probably your relationship with like, because sometimes we have cases like that whereby people who are survivors find it difficult. Once you see it comes to their mind, is like, I'm afraid there's this kiki that comes in. So did it affect your relationship? Did you affect your viewpoint, especially when you see the opposite sex?
Yes, it did. Because when my mom moved me from Lagos to Abuja, I became a tomboy.
Mm,
I became a tomboy. I had to build this wall. I had to build this
mm,
defensive wall around me against the opposite sex.
mm,
So I feel the
mm,
best way to behave like that is to be like them. Yeah.
mm,
So I had to be a tomboy. I had to, I get jumpy whenever a guy is around me, or whenever a guy wants to start touching me. I get very jumpy and defensive. I think I one,
sensitive.
two,
Yeah.
three times, one, two, three times I've done I've spilled drinks on people.
Mm,
Like there was one time when I was in school, there's this guy that was always stalking me, and it was irritating. So when he finally walked up to me, his approach was wrong. I was holding ice cream. I just poured it on him and I left because it was that
mm,
anger. Everything just came rushing.
mm,
Yeah. So a lady in school was like, I should say therapist. I said fine. I went to say therapist, and got to a point the therapist wanted to start doing the blame game on when you got to age 10, you're supposed to start telling people, why didn't you tell anybody? No, I looked at her like, Auntie, oh, sure you therapist me or you not therapist me. You know,
mm,
it was annoying. I had to stop the therapy stuff, and I started allowing people come in little by little. Yes, it did affect my
mm,
relationship because it made me, I'm not, I don't talk. If you don't reach out to me, I'll not reach out to you. You know, it was that bad. If you don't talk to me, I won't talk to you. We can have issues and I'll be very fine with it. We can be in the same house and I might not see you for close to 2, 3, 4 days, acceptable, which is not supposed to be so. I had this very strong wall I built after that thing. So it really messed my relationship for years. So I think it was my pastor's life. I was like, I should just pray. Like there's nothing God cannot do. And it actually worked because subsequently I now started dropping down some habits and I started like opening up myself to people. If not, before I'm just a one man mopo. Go to where I want to go to and I come back. I don't really give 2 cents about anybody's opinion.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so as we're rounding up, we know that someone is out there that probably has listened to your story, and for me, I think we still have to have this like other conversations, like follow-up conversation, because we cannot finish this discussion in one day.
Yeah,
Because we want us to work together to help in terms of this healing process, because there's nothing like healing, because we have
yeah.
wounds all over the place. We have a lot of people wounded, and it's something that we need to see how can we heal, how can we help people out there. So we still have to have follow-up conversations on how people can find healing, and that is why, again, for if you are just check, our number is on the screen. You can send a message to us if you want to share your story, or there's something you want to share, or a question you have, or probably you have been, let me say, motivated, you have been encouraged by the story of our sister here, and you want to share your own story, or you are trying to find healing, you are trying to find love back, and also find that strength like what our sister has been able to get. We want you to please just send a message to us. It would be nice for us to engage with you on that. Okay. I think we've answered that. Did the experience change? There's a question saying that did the experience change the way you see or perceive the opposite gender? I think you have answered that question, right? So what message do you have for someone who is watching this and the person is still trying to struggle, has condemned her, the world has condemned him, and people saying, because for us in Rhealyz Africa, there's something that we always say: leave the blame game, because we have situations whereby people will be saying, what were you wearing? You are always a very bad person, and you are walking alone. You are a night crawler. Why would they rape you? Why would this thing happen to you? And because you are not, you are very disobedient, you are stubborn. That is not. We always tell people in Rhealyz Africa, leave those issues sideways. Let's heal. Let's address the issue on ground, because when we keep saying all these things, we are strengthening, we are giving more energy to the perpetrators. So what message do you have for someone out there that is in that bondage, in that cage of not expressing him or herself, and is killing the person, is beating the person down? What message of hope do you have for that person?
Okay. What I'll say is, you're finding healing or you want healing. Do not care about what society says, because tomorrow, when you're so down with depression or when it has eaten you deeply, the society will have little or nothing to do. But it's your own happiness that is paramount. It's your happiness that matters. So look for the right channel and let it out. Look for somebody that, because we have a lot of listeners, we have a lot of people that can listen. Look for somebody, just somebody, or be like me, start writing it. Because then I didn't have anybody to tell actually, so I started writing. It might not make sense. It doesn't really. You don't have to be a writer to write your story. Actually, you do not have to be. It is your, tell it anyhow. Anyhow it makes sense to you. Write it out. To get to the right audience someday. The thing is, writing is a process of healing actually. Because when you start writing, one, two, three, four, five
mm,
persons has read it. And then they're like,
mm,
hey, what is this? Two things is going to happen.
mm,
Is it that they are forced to know
mm,
if it is a fiction or a non-fiction?
mm.
You get. Let's say you're
Yeah.
scared, you cannot
Mm,
come out to talk. You can start writing anonymously. You can start writing anonymously. Just tell it
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Let people know that there is somebody somewhere that has gone through this thing. Yes,
Mm,
because of what people will say, they are scared to come out fully. But it will get to a point where you will not feel scared anymore. And you just come
mm,
out and show the world this is me and this is my story. So
mm,
that's just how it works. So don't let society get to you. Don't let what they will say get to you. Because at the end of the
mm,
day, it's your happiness, it's your life. So if you don't break the bias now, if you don't break down this wall now, it's still going to wait for you in front. So it's better you
mm.
handle it
Yeah.
now
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that
That's
you
the
can
message.
be in control. Because these things have a way of controlling people and then they sink into it. So when you start
Yeah.
talking about it little by little, you are in control of it
Mm,
and you control however
mm,
you want it to go.
mm. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, so just like this word I saw online said you can recover his art and it's an ongoing road, but it can be done. So that's just the thing. Said the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be, not the person that the society abuse wanted you to be. You can become who you want to be no matter what. And that's just the strength we have, working with people like you, and we respect you, we appreciate you so much. But as we round up, let me just ask this too. Like, do you also have time to relax? What do you do during your own time? Because are you more of a serious work? I know you're a chef. I know you do a lot of business. Are you also, because are you a serious person, or probably do you have another way
I'm
of
not
winding? Because does it work? Because
I'm
I
not a
also feel
serious
that
person.
when you wind, you are what?
I'm not a serious person. I'm too playful.
Yeah, I know, because I see that. So how do you unwind? Because I know that could also work into the healing process. How do you unwind? How do you relax?
Music,
Sometimes when you're,
music.
what do you do to unwind? What do you do to relax? Like to, to calm down that emotion?
Oh, okay. If it's when I'm not feeling like I have my earpiece on music and then I stroll, I take a very long stroll listening to music. I'm not greeting
Mm,
anybody on the road. I'm not doing anything. I'm just listening to a particular song. And then I'm walking on the road,
mm,
fresh air, or I just go out, or I see very, interesting movies and it's fine like that. Or if not, I look for somebody I
mm.
can gist with and, it works.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So once again, want to say a big thank you for with us. We appreciate you. And we are also happy. Thank you for accepting to be even our voice, the face of Rhealyz against gender-based violence. And for those who are watching, very soon you're going to be seeing some short clips about the message that she has, even for people out there, so that we can encourage more people to speak out and to find their voice. So keep finding your strength. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. And we salute you anytime, any day. You are a strong woman. To me, I wish to have this. There's this song by, I think, One Campaign, "Strong Girl." I don't know whether you know that song. "Strong Girl," you be strong girl.
No, I don't think so.
Everywhere you day, you will be strong. I think
I don't
Motola
think I know so.
Day was there. And okay, I will share the song with you. I wish I have that. Let me still see if I can get it before we finish. To me, it's a song that I think you can learn from. You can also find more strength in that, so that we can be able to encourage young people. And we believe that you also keep on becoming a mentor to other girls out there. So please keep enjoying yourself, and keep also working on to be the best you can in our society. So we want to say this from Realize Africa. We want to say that you are someone we respect and we value so much, and we believe that together we can make impact in our lives. So I'm going to round up with that video. You can also watch it, but I'll keep engaging on that so that we hope that Zoe will still join us. So just stay back. I'll be able to get the video. I'm going to play it now. You are a strong lady. You are a strong woman. Anytime, any day. So keep being that
Thank you
strength
so
for all of
much.
us. And we hope that we can start a small mentorship group for people, survivors who want to find strength. And I believe that you will be glad to work with us in that area. So just let's just
Definitely.
keep doing it and keep engaging. So this song is especially for you. You are a strong lady, but this is a strong girl. But for we are changing that strong girl to strong lady anytime, any day. So enjoy this song.
I got to keep bizarre. That's when the start from the bottom and rise from the top. You're wonderful, loving and strong. Nothing stronger than a woman's worth. I'm the piece of the puzzle, and baby, I can be the earth. Call me Sheba, but just come and marry my keba. See, we run the world. Show some love to the strong girl.
Thank you so much for that song. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I cannot hear you.
Mic. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Sorry, my mic was off. So I just want to say that we want to appreciate that that song was dedicated especially to you. You are a strong lady. You are a strong girl. You are a strong lady, and we appreciate you for that. So keep being that strength that we believe in, and that we hope to keep having. And let's keep having that support system to be able to bring in more people to speak out, and together we'll be silence all those evil ones out there in our society. People that are able to who think that they can use who they are or their advantage over us. Together, we can end any form of gender-based violence and also encourage people to be able to speak out and also let people know that they need to watch out for the red zones. And I believe also some of these things we keep talking about that. Okay, addition of Cyrus says, thank you for sharing your story. We have, okay, Mayowa Joe also is saying 100% thumbs up. Okay, thank you very much. So Jola, the Asthma for Christ, Ayomide, thank you for following Joanne Anthony and all those who have been engaging with us. So thank you. So do have a wonderful day. Keep enjoying yourself, and I wish you all the best. So God bless you.
Thank you so
Stay
much.
well.
Thank you
Be
so
good.
much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bye. Thank you. Bye. Yeah. So it's been a wonderful time on Rhealyz Africa Loudest series, more than our gender-based violence scars. And I believe we've learned a lot from here, and that we've been working hard to ensure that things are better. We've said it, please, if you want to share your story with us, please send a message to us. Send it to our WhatsApp line, 081 33 110 Feel free to relate with us, even if it's because we also want to bring more guys, even guys to be on the show to share their own experience. And it's even for you as a lady too, if the world has said, oh, it's a lie, or probably you are scared of sharing your story. Because once you share yours, you find healing, and that's why we are building a support system to help one another. So I want to say thank you very much for following us. All those who have been working behind the scene, I want to appreciate Daniel Aluadaon as the project director of Rhealyz Africa. I want to appreciate Kemi Logbese, project manager, and even the project manager also for Rhealyz Media Advocacy. That's Ayomide. I know you are watching us there. Please make sure you take care of yourself and stay strong, and that you'll be live on our next show. And again, all those who are working with us too behind the scene, all the advocates out there, Mayowa, thank you very much for working with us on Twitter. I believe that Twitter, we have a lot of Twitter storm now from this edition that we have. So once again, thank you very much, and do enjoy your show. You speak. Soros okay, and let's end any form of gender violence in our society. End any form of abuse, so we can reduce our prevalence in Africa, we can reduce our prevalence all over the world, and we can be better citizens anywhere, any day. So God bless you, and do enjoy yourself. My name is Rhealyz Adeshida. Join us to be an advocate. Reach out to us, and we'll be glad to. It's open. Once you have passion for media, passion to speak out, you want to encourage other people to speak up and to be able to engage others and encourage other young people to be mentored, we have a space for you. Just reach out to us and keep following us on our platform. Make sure you click the subscribe button on YouTube, and make sure if you're on Facebook, click that like button on that page and drop a comment. Take care of yourself and enjoy. Bye.